Hi, it's Liv. I'm doing rom-com recommendations. I don't know how many there is. Oh my god, I can't. Well, that's beautiful. This book is one of the only books I've got tabbed. There we go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm gonna start off with is The Good Girl Complex by Ellie Kennedy. I remember loving this book. Can I remember what's in it? No. I remember there's a bad boy and there's this girl who didn't have a very good boyfriend. And yeah, Mackenzie is the girl and Cooper is the boy, and he just thinks she's a rich kid who doesn't have anything. Like he's just basic, but then he gets to know her. Got better than the movies. I've just read this and I was going to include it in my top 10 for 2020, but I didn't because it was very close and I've only just read it and I think the high is going to start going down, but I love this book so much. It has quotes from different movies and I love that because I saw so many from 10 Things I Hate About You, and that's one of my favourite movies ever. This was one of the first books I've ever read. The Worst Best Man. She got dumped at the wedding and ex-groom or ex-fiance's brother, that's who this is with. Max, I think. Yeah, Max Hartley. Okay, one of my favourite. The Simple Wild. I haven't read the rest of the series. It's just this one that I've read. And it is really good. It's a small town romance and I do really like it. And I think a lot of people would like it because it's quite tame, I would say. Carla or I don't know how to say her name. What's his name? Jonah. Oh yeah, I do remember this now. I haven't read this forever and I might reread it because I forgot about it. The Simple Wild. Jonah is like rural. That's a weird word, but he doesn't like. I can't think. Yeah, and they fall in love. It's something, and he helps her with living there. This is one of the only books I annotated. I annotated The Dating Game and Love on the Brain. And I didn't really like Love on the Brain. I didn't like Love Hypothesis either, so. Anyway, The Dating Game. I don't like how I tabbed this. Why is it so far out? It don't matter. This book's about a girl called Abby. We're following Abby. And she meets Jack, the producer, and she's off to this dating TV show in Sydney. She's a blogger who talks about like loads of dating shows. So she was chosen to go so she can like do the inside stuff. Anyway, she and him, them two together, she goes off out at night and writes and he's with her. That's basically it. And they have like something and then it turns into something. Okay, this is one of my favourite ever rom-coms. The Roommate. This might look really nice and cutesy, but to be fair, it is. It's not. He's a monster. Corn. And she didn't know until, you know. And that follows them and the stuff that they went through. Like how he dealt with falling in love with her and yeah. Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is off quite quickly. I did not expect this. Anyway, Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I think this is the only Emily Henry book I really like. Actually, I haven't read People We Meet on Vacation. and I only got halfway through Beach Read. Oh, I know I did read Beach Read, never mind. I didn't like that as much as this. This is Nora and Charlie's book. Nora, girl boss. Yeah, but she gives off that vibes like she gets called a bitch for being like a boss, but just she's not allowed to be bossy because she's a girl, I guess. But she slays. Anyway, and he really understands, and they're like rivals, but then they end up being fine after they figured out what happened between them. And the American Roommate Experiment. I did not like the Spanish Love Deception at all. Like, it gave me the ick. But I know a lot of people like it, so that could be a good book. But I loved Rosie and Lucas so much compared to them. But you don't have to read the Spanish Love Deception. You can just read this, because I notice they talk about them, which is nice if you've read the book. But you don't really need it, because it doesn't give like background information or anything. No. It just tells you what type of character Aaron and Lena are, which is, this book was really nice, but it just, oh, I love this, and I love that he tried, and yeah, he slays. Now, I've already talked about this book in my 2022 top 10, but I think a lot of people know what this book is. If they're on Book Talk, or a lot of these are from Book Talk actually. It's Garrett and Hannah, and he needs help because he's a hockey player, and I think he's a hockey player. Yeah, and his GPA is plummeting and like really bad, and he needs to get smarter or lose his position. And so he asks this random girl, we can't remember her name, spend time together, they can become friends. He gets really good, but her side of it, she just wants to get with this guy, I forgot his name is, and that's what they were doing to get there. That was her side of it. So they were dating, they were fake dating, but they ended up catching feelings for each other, obviously, like every fake dating trope. But she's got stuff from her past holding her back from real, and she just wants to be fixed, although she's not broken, but you'll see in the book. I've also talked about these in the top 10. To Love Jason Thorne and To Hate Adam Connor. I don't think I could make a rom-com without these two. I absolutely love them. I've got The Hardest Fall. It's the tripod right now. It's on here. Anyway. To Love Jason Thorne and To Hate Adam Connor. To Love Jason Thorne is like childhood friends. He broke her heart, left, but like he was so much older. He was like brother's best friend trope. Yeah, that's right. And he ended up having to leave. And then they meet again, and he's helping her. It's beautiful. And they fall in love, obviously. What's her name? Olive. Olive's the girl in this book. Olive's best friend. Lucy, that's what her name is, I think it's Lucy. If it's not Lucy, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Lucy. Was living with Olive at the time, and Adam Connor lived next door, and she was spying on him because he's like this hot dad, I think, and he's like a movie star, and she's obsessed with him until she sees something that she has to put herself in, and like she did the right thing in going to help, but he didn't think that, which is in the book, and I think it's on the back. No, it just says she had to intervene, but it was for a valid reason, but he just saw her as like she's a stalker, although like the front of the book, that's a lovely. And I don't think it was her fault. Like, she was just trying to help. Oh my god, I nearly forgot. Let's not get feeding. Things We Never Got Over. Oh my god, I love this book. Small town romance between Knox and Naomi. Yeah, Naomi. And she ends up living with him. Not living with him, living on his properties that his family own. And it's a really nice book. Anyway, thank you. They're my favourite rom-com. Yeah.